Good win. I mean, obviously, I thought our defense was really good. Um, we communicated the way we were supposed to, executed the game plan. Probably missed some shots that we probably felt like we could make early on, but nonetheless, I thought the kids stayed with it and saw some things I think we improved today. So we got a big stretch coming up. This is a good way to go into that stretch, and got some good performances from some kids. You know, obviously Liz did a good job down low. Kayana Trailer had a double-double. Ashley Owusu played extremely well, shot the ball well. So good performances from a lot of kids.
You know, last time I saw you, it was game 2, and you guys were still looking for consistency and trying not to play down to their level. Do you feel like you found that consistency now, at least a little bit better over this past week?
Yeah, we're getting better. We still haven't found it where I think we're going to be, but we're better. And I think the consistency that we're seeing most is on the defensive end. And I think our kids are doing a really good job. And anytime when you have a veteran group like a Georgia and a Kayla and Liz anchoring down the defense, and then you add elements like a Taylor Soul to it, it's a dynamic. It has a chance to be a dynamic defensive team. And I just think we just need to settle in and get into a rhythm and trying to find it. We're just trying to find our rhythm on the offensive end, when Taylor Soul is trying to adapt to a new role, where she was the focal point, at Boston College, and Ashley Owusu is trying to figure out, where she fits in, and then everybody else is trying to figure out where they fit in. And so it's just going to be a work in progress. I think we'll get to it. I don't know if we'll be mid-season form anytime soon, but I like where we're progressing to.
I asked the ladies this. You guys went into this season with the highest ranking in program history. There's only so much you can read into rankings, especially this early in the year. And I know you're not walking around saying, we're number 11. But, I mean, do you guys feel like you're one of the top teams in the country? I mean, how do you kind of take that? And will this upcoming week tell a lot more about how good you are compared to everyone else?
You know what? Honestly, they don't even they know what the bigger prize is, and they want to be consistent with being as good as they can be, and then they know everything else will take care of itself. They don't talk about the ranking. They don't. When we played Kentucky, we went into the game, we were 14th. We finished the game, we were 11th, and they didn't even find that amusing. They were just like, okay, all right, and I like that because they know what they're playing for. They're not playing for a ranking. They're playing to get better each and every time we step on the floor, and they know that if they do that, everything else will take care of itself. But I think there's something that Carter can talk about. We don't even really. I think our my staff, they send it out to recruits, but other than that, we don't even really talk about it, and just keep playing one game at a time.
You mentioned defense. Did you do certain things today to make it a tough shooting day for them?
I think it's just being ourselves. We did a really good job, and the way the matchups were today, we were able to switch 1 through 4. And anytime you can switch that many people, gives you a chance to really take the other team out of rhythm. And but I thought we finished the plays. Not only did we contest the shots, I don't even know how many blocks we had. 7. I thought we had more than that. But we contested a lot of the shots, and then we cleaned up the board. So I was very pleased the way they executed. They understood the scout. This team's very smart. They're very smart. We go in and we talk about what we want to take away from the other team, and so far they've been able to do it. Whether it's been Longwood or Kentucky or Missouri, we've been able to take away some things.
You're pretty close to where you want to be heading into this Nebraska-Tennessee stretch coming up?
I wish we were a little bit further along offensively as far as I'm not even talking about the shooting. I'm just talking about some of the little things, some of the we got to clean up some of our passes. And we had what do we have? 13 turnovers. It's not bad at all the way we play, but some of the turnovers are really unforced turnovers, and just a little bit, trying to connect with each other and connect the right way. And if we can do that, I think we'll be right where I want to be.
You've already played two teams against 2 teams from the SEC. What did last week in the Bahamas tell you about your team?
Oh, it told us that they were extremely physical. It was kind of interesting because one of the referees, she said, it's just really hard to match, because when you have the ACC playing against the SEC, it's obviously 2 different styles of play, and they're extremely physical. And but what it taught me is that we can be physical right back, and we can handle the physicality. And we didn't I think we kind of like, testing the water a little bit early in the first half against both teams. But once we regrouped, we understood the physicality level. We really mastered it, and I was proud of the kids the way they played. And Thursday's going to be similar. They're big and physical. They're going to push us around, and then we're going to play on Sunday, and they're going to be physical too.
How do you like the way that Ashley Wusu has kind of adapted into your offensive system?
Work,
especially in the past week?
yeah, work in progress. She and I had a talk yesterday, just talking about how, where she fits in. And, we run a style that I'm not going to tell her you need to be this. I'm not going to say you need to be a shooter. I'm not going to say you need to be a playmaker, because I think she can do a lot of different things. She shot 5 threes tonight, made 4. And so I don't want to say, hey, don't shoot the 3. And so I think she's just got to get used to, when and where she's going to get the basketball, how she's going to get it, what to look for when she gets the basketball. But it's just, we always want to say, okay, you got this player, and with the transfer portal, you're not just going to plug and play. You say, oh, we got Ashley Owusu, and you think you're going to get the same Ashley Owusu that you got from Maryland right in the beginning. You're not. She's going to have to adapt and transition into our offense, and I think it's going to be, a little bit of time before she fully gets comfortable. But today was a step in that right direction.
And then I asked Liz this. She said defense, but what's kind of different about your team this year than it was at this point last year?
Defense. We're a much better defensive team. And like I mentioned before, they're older, and then you add, Taylor Soul into that. Kiana Traylor understands how we're playing defense now, and we just understand what to take away and how to take away things from people a lot better than we did last year at this juncture. So excited about it. Once our offense catches up to our defense, I think we're going to be pretty dynamic.
Obviously, she actually had about 16 points or so against Kentucky as well. Is that the sign, I guess, that that she's starting to kind of figure out everything?
Yeah, not only is she figuring it out, but we're figuring her out. It's a two-way street. She's coming in trying to figure this thing out. I'm trying to figure her out where it's good for her to get the basketball. Georgia's trying to figure her out. Liz is trying to figure her out. Because you take out Asia Shepherd, who pretty much raised Georgia and Liz. And one of the things we miss so much about Asia Shepherd is that she was a willing and capable passer into the post. And so we missed that because, they had to take her away to 3, and she would pass it into the post, and Liz had space. All right, so obviously with Ashley, it's a little bit different. And so we're all just learning each other. And I didn't think it was going to be smooth coming out of the gates, but I think that we've gotten better every game at understanding each other.
I was just going to ask, how nice was it to have Asia back in the building, physically back here? And did you say anything to the team? I mean, I'm sure she's still inspiring.
Yeah.
Who's back here?
Yeah, I thought you were going to ask how did I feel about the Cowboys win on Thursday, but all right, but since I'll go in a different direction, I answer both? Okay. Cowboys look great, Super Bowl contenders now. And then, but having Asia here, man, it meant everything. She was around practice for us for a couple of days, got to work out a little bit in the building, really, inspiring the kids, talking to the kids, just about her experiences and what's been going on. It's always good to have her. The best part I had with her was last night, though. She came over to the house, and I would say we put the Christmas tree up, but my wife was putting the Christmas tree up, and Asia was there helping us, and she was cooking cookies with Kendall and Chloe and Gabby, and at one point I saw her just sitting on the couch, curled up in a Virginia Tech blanket, and I thought she was going to stay there all night, but then I think the girls pulled her away, and she went out and hung out with the team. But just having an ambassador like that, for our program, she's meant so much, and she's done so much. But the way she continues to do so much is just phenomenal, and that's just picture perfect in what you want from one of your players.